This is the news on Good Governance Radio.
Hello. The time is 8 o'clock. Good morning and welcome to Good Governance Radio News on the Hour. I am Akimbo Oluwatobiloba David. And first off, a look at our top stories for today. Buhari plays down threat by Niger Delta Avengers. Chief of Army Staff calls for more onslaught against insurgents. CJN to swear in 18 judges today. The news in full shortly.
This is the news on Good Governance Radio.
President Muhammad Buhari has said that the threat issued by the Niger Delta Avengers is rather unnecessary. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, in a statement quoted Buhari as saying that all issues raised by the group were already responded to when the president met with the leadership of the Niger Delta and Ijaw National Congress at the presidential villa on Thursday. Mr. Adesina said when the Niger Delta and Ijaw National Congress visited the president, issues such as the call for restructuring and the inauguration of the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission were addressed. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has asked Nigerians and Nigerian leaders to begin at this moment in the nation's history to prepare for and against population explosion. Obasanjo said Nigeria's population is becoming a liability due to its improper management, stressing that except there is an urgent intervention, the nation may be declared the third most populous nation in the world. The former president stated this in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, during a mentoring session with students from some selected schools across the country tagged Raising the Next Wave of Innovating Leaders Through Entrepreneurship. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mohammed, will today swear in 18 judges who have been elevated to the Court of Appeal. This was disclosed in a letter signed by the Chief Registrar Hadizatu Mustafa and addressed to the Chief Judge of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Justice Salisu Garba. The judges to be sworn in are Mohammed Danjuma, of Niger State, Mohammed Suraju of Plateau State, Abdulaziz Waziri of Adamawa State, Yusuf Bashiru of Taraba State, Usman Sule of Yobe State, Ibrahim Raju of Yobe State, and Abba Mohammed of Kano State, among others. It would be recalled that the Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja on Friday, had struck out a suit challenging the alleged marginalization of southeastern judges in the appointment of justice in the Court of Appeal. A former senator who represented Anambra South Senatorial District, Andy Uba, has been declared winner of the governorship primary elections of the All Progressive Congress in the state. Uba emerged the winner in the primary elections contested by 13 other aspirants. While declaring the results of the exercise, the chairman of the Anambra State Primary Election Committee and governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, said Senator Umba polled 230,201 votes, and out of the total 348,490 to be defeated. To defeat his closest rival, Nwoko John Bosco, who polled 28,746, and 12 other contestants. The Chief of Army Staff, Major General Farouk Yahaya, has charged troops of the Operation Hadinkai to be decisive and alert in the fight against the Islamic State West African province and Boko Haram terrorists in the northeast Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff, according to a statement by the Director Army Public Relations, Onyema Nwachukwu, on Sunday, stated this while addressing troops of Sector 3 Operation Hadinkai Multinational Joint Task Force. He was said to have embarked on his maiden operational tour of the sector on Saturday. You are listening to Good Governance Radio News on the Hour. Still to come, Katsina United ends Aqua United unbeaten run. Do stay with us.
This is the news on Good Governance Radio.
Welcome back. It is the news on Good Governance Radio. Straight to the foreign scene. 21 men have been executed in Somalia's semi-autonomous state of Puntland after they were convicted of being members of the Islamic militant group Al-Shabaab. Report says they were sentenced by the military court in Galkayo and shot by a firing squad. State radio said 18 of the men had carried out assassinations and bombings over more than a decade. And to wrap things up here, sports. Aqua United title hopes suffered a hitch after the Promise Keepers fell to a 1-0 defeat against Katsina United at the Muhammad Diko Stadium. The Uyo side were unbeaten in 18 league matches, a club and NPFL record prior to the match day 29 fixtures. The hosts were awarded a penalty in the 15th minute after David Phillip handed the ball inside the box. Samuel Kalu slotted the ball home in the 16th minute to hand the Chargy boys maximum point in the keenly contested encounter. Aqua United remains top of the log with 53 points from 29 matches. That is all we have for you today. And to end the news on the hour on Good Governance Radio, a quick recap of our top stories here. President Muhammad Buhari has said that the threat issued by the Niger Delta Avengers is rather unnecessary. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mohammed, will today swear in 18 judges who have been elevated to the Court of Appeal. The Chief of Army Staff, General Major General Farouk Yahaya, has charged troops of Operation Hadinkai to be decisive and alert in the fight against the Islamic State West African province and Boko Haram terrorists in the northeast Nigeria. That's Good Governance Radio News on the hour, as edited by Chris Bassi, and I am Akimbo Oluwatobiloba David. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Good Governance Radio, or you can stream us live at www.ggr.com.ng, and you can be a part of our discussions by sending your WhatsApp and your SMSs to 0913 023 6602. Next up would be the paper reviews, the newspaper reviews. Do stay with us. This is still the Good Governance Radio.
Computer systems are offline.
This is the Good Governance Radio. GGR. Stay with us